Hey everyone, it's Declan here from Central YMCA. I hope you're doing well, keeping safe. Today's session is going to be something different, just a bit of fun, I thought. I've done quite a lot of Zumba Gold, quite a lot of chair-based sessions, some strength training sessions, circuit training. And so I thought let's just switch it out and up a notch a little bit. So today we're going to focus on our coordination, motor skills, reaction time. All you need, 2 bits of fruit or an onion, 2 onions rather, or 2 lemons, whatever you've got in the house, a broom, yes, a broom, and some cans on the floor, kind of in a square, if you will. Make sure you're wearing some comfortable clothing. Shoes are a definite for this, please, so make sure you've got shoes on in case you drop anything, and we're going to get started. So, the reason I'm doing this is because for a lot of us, coordination, motor skills, etc., reaction time can be a challenge. And really, reaction time is when, for example, you are perhaps just walking down the street and someone is walking towards you. They're not seeing you, so you have to almost slip out of the way quickly. So it's that way that we react to a situation, either sort of fast or slow. So to start off with, what I want you to do is just hold on to one piece of fruit, stand nice and tall, stuff the belly button in so you've got some support through your core muscles, your spine is lengthened, soften your knees and just start to throw it up. Now the aim is obviously not to drop it. So if I drop it, well then woe betide me. So you need to keep an eye obviously on where it's coming. This you could do any time of the day, just to kind of get the mind starting to wake up. So just throwing it up. You can throw a little higher each time, and you can change how you catch it. So you can either catch it with the palm facing up or with the palm facing forward. So feel free to kind of have a play with that. So at the moment, I'm standing stationary. Yeah. And this might be enough to do it a couple of times. Just spend maybe a couple of minutes a day just doing that. Almost like a tennis player with a racket. It's about to hit the ball. Oh, I'm getting quite good at this. As I say that, it's going to drop. So you just keep that going. Lovely, good. 3 more. 2 more. And 1 more. Okay, now that might be enough for you. The challenge now is with my square sort of tins. You can have tins or some bottles. I'm actually going to start to move, and I'm going to try and move in between these, okay? So as I'm throwing, I'm going to move to the side, then I'm going to move around to the center, and I'm going to try not to knock these over. Forward, then I'm going to cross over zigzag, still kind of making sure I'm keeping an eye on the ground, but still throwing up my apple, my orange, and you can change direction here. So it's kind of really getting me to start to concentrate on what I'm doing, not only with my legs, but also with my hands. So quite a lot going on. You can go sideways, maybe just to kind of then forwards, and then back. So making sure again that you're checking to see where those hands are. As I said, shoes are essential in this one. Bit of fun. Come forward one more time, go to the side, carrying it up. Still haven't dropped it, fingers crossed. And you've done a little bit of both now with that walking, that moving. But again, you can stay stationary initially if you prefer. Now, I meant to say as well, make sure you've got some water close by if you need to have a break. So that was literally a nice, easy one. Just throwing piece of fruit up. If you've got a tennis ball at home or anything like that, obviously use that. But just focus on bending your knees as you catch it. Please make sure you're not going to injure yourself or anything like that. Okay, so you can stick with that. And remember what I said, you can stay stationary or you can move in a kind of a zigzag direction around the cans that you popped onto the floor. If you want to up this, okay, a little bit, just to challenge yourself, maybe you can set the timer or something. If you have an iPhone, a stopwatch, or you have a clock that you can see, think, okay, I'm giving myself a minute. And then over a couple of days or a couple of weeks, you build up to 2 minutes, 4 minutes, 8 minutes, 10 minutes, yeah? So just take this time out of your day just to practice these things. So now I'm just going to throw both up. Whoa, caught them. Now this is tough because you've got to look at both. All right, so I wouldn't even move for this initially. Just throw them up. Only a couple of inches into the air. Palms face up for this. Soft knees. Soon we'll be juggling. We'll become the Central YMCA juggling department. Whoop, almost, but I caught it. And that's my reaction time. That's that speed at which your mind suddenly goes, hang on, it's going to go. So you've really got to grasp and correct. Good. Just keep throwing them up. You can start to throw them up a little higher each time if you start to feel braver. Woo! A little bit of fun, any time of the day. Spend as long as you like doing this. Good, and release. Almost dropped it there again, but I caught myself. And that's what I mean by your reaction time. You know, you normally, for example, if you're carrying plates to the cupboard and all of a sudden one slips, you've almost got to suddenly sort of do that to try and get them back on track. And that's our mind sending a signal going, hang on, you've got to, you know, correct your position, correct your body posture. So we've done that now. So we did the single arm throw, then we moved around. Now we've moved with both arms together, both throws together. So now all I want you to do is you're going to pick up your broom. And this is a slightly heavier object, obviously, and we're just going to throw it one hand to the other without dropping. So again, it's a bigger object. Keep the arms lengthened away from you and just focus on catching. So lifting it up, catch. Now, if you've got someone at home with your fruit, you could always spend a couple of days, you could stand a couple of meters apart and just practice throw and catch for a little bit. It's actually quite fun to get back to those kind of childhood games that we played when we were younger. So just that nice, good. Now, here's your challenge. Lifting it up and down. Trying to catch it with both hands is a lot more challenging. So just push it up. Bend the knees here as well. Like I said, make sure you are bending your knees as much as possible. 2 more. 1 more. And again, what you can do, so the original one that we did, you can move around. Just throwing it from one hand to the other. Move back. Throwing it side to side, move to side. Forward. Back. Side. Last one. Perfect. So that was basically just a very short little session on focusing on challenging those reaction times that we have, coordination, and your agility as well, how we react to everyday situations, etc. So a little bit of fun, you know, so you can create however you want to. I had the cans in a square. You could potentially put them in. Bend your knees, please. Remember when you lean down for anything, so you can see that I'm deadlifting as I bend. You could have them like that, so kind of in a line. You could pick up 1 or 2 pieces of fruit. See there, I actually picked that. And you could almost do in between, walking in between. And if you're really feeling up for it, you could actually go backwards as well and zigzag through the maze, almost like a maze. So you can really play around with this, like a little bit of fun. So we'll go back to that first one, throwing a little bit higher, getting a little bit more sure of myself now. Good, excellent. Okay, the next one we're going to do, you're going to hold 1 piece of fruit, you're going to bend the knees, pass it under, you're going to bring it round to the other side, pass it under. So it's basically just passing it under and then leaning over, passing it under. So we're going towards taking this arm behind us, pulling it through. Now we're going to reverse that. We're going to bring it round the front and then round the back, round the front, and then catching it round the back. So again, just changing that direction whenever you feel like it. Soft knees, core muscles tight, just getting a little bit of movement through the body, having a little bit of fun, having a bit of a play. So that's another exercise that you can do. And that really was just a short session on doing those sorts of things. So just having a little bit of fun in your workouts as well. Obviously, your cardio sessions are important, you know, the Zumba goal, the strength training, the circuit training, but don't rule out practicing these types of things, these speed reaction time things. They are important to keep going. And yeah, let me know what you think. Have a look, mention anything in the comments below that you enjoyed. Maybe you want to see more of, maybe you want to see less of. But yeah, have a play with it, see what you think. It's about 10 minutes long, but you can do this any time of the day, maybe 2 or 3 times a day if you like. So thank you again for watching the YouTube channel. Thank you for liking, commenting, and sharing the videos. Thank you for supporting the charity during this incredibly hard time for everyone. And I hope to see you back very soon at the club. Take care, everyone. Stay well. Thank you. Bye-bye.